Welcome to Primos for Life, the wrestling podcast made for the fans, by the fans. Como siempre, yo soy Eddie, el niño vaque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian dream bisueta, and we are your self-proclaimed, undisputed co-host tag team champions of the world. And in tonight's episode, we break down last week's SmackDown, dive into Monday Night Raw, and the Primos lock in their official picks for this Saturday night's main event in Washington, D.C., John Cena's final event. So, como siempre, sit back, grab a snack, and let's get it on.
Yo. What's up, Primo?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Good, man. Just chilling. Ready to get into some wrestling. How are you?
Wrestling? Man, I'm living the dream, man. You know, family's good, job's good. We did a little family day in the city with little man, so we got to see the tree and pictures with Cena at Macy's. You know, Mom used to do that with me and Alex when we were kids. So keeping traditions alive, you know. So it was a fun time. And then I had to go to work, which was awesome.
Yeah.
After all the fun times, then it's like I got to bartend for 80 people in a room that seats 30. Yay! So no, I'm good. It was good. Everything was great. So I'm good. How about so you're good? I'm happy to hear. Yeah, I wanted to catch up, man. It's been a little while. You know, holiday, you know, Thanksgiving and everything came in and traveling here and there and all this. So it's good to reconnect with you. Good to see your face, and always good to chat wrestling because it's just fun. That's what we love to do. So, you know, without further ado, I said we just get into it.
Let's get it, because I have a whole list of things that I liked and didn't like from SmackDown, and I want to see if you agree or disagree.
All right. Well, what the date on SmackDown would be, what, the 5th?
I believe it was the 5th. Yes.
Okay. All right.
I had to look at my calendar past the light because I was like, oh, it burns.
Yeah. Oh my God. Don't even start. Oh, I should put sunglasses on with this thing. Yes. Let's go. All right.
All right, let's get it. So what I did like, the opening segment with Drew Mack is like, hey, we won War Games. I should be allowed to be back into the building. No, you need to get out, get back in your truck, get out of here, da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, all right, whatever. He gets in, and then bam, Cody comes out and gets his lick back. Boom, 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 nah. And then it's like, you know, crazy, right? He gets out of the car, Drew speeds away, and he's running angry all the way to the ring, Cody is, and cuts an awesome promo about, like, you know, you attacked me where my family sleeps, where my wife sleeps. I felt it. I loved it. I was like, yes, I'm okay with this. I'm excited to see where this goes. I like this.
Wow. Because you are never really on the Cody bandwagon. You're always, you know, against Cody, my man.
Yeah,
so
it was good.
Yeah. He jacked up McIntyre in the car. They said the promo was solid. You know, it was good to see angry Cody. And like you said, when he talks about his family and stuff like that, I think it brings it back to an everyman kind of a syndrome where, like, everyone's like, what would I do if someone ever came after my family? Like, you feel the rage inside, you know? So that, I think a lot of people could connect with that. So I think that's where you did, which is absolutely fantastic. That was a great job. Great. You know, good to see angry Cody on the mic when he's not in the suit and just kind of like playing nice guy and, you know, what have you. So this was good. This was fun. And McIntyre, once again, being McIntyre, you know, he's always solid when he gets his chances, and, you know, playing dumb and be like, okay, well, I'll leave. You know, I don't want to hurt your guards, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
I'll do you guys a favor.
Beats him in the car. Yeah, that was good. It was a solid opening. I agree with you. I give that definitely a check on that.
Yes. Okay. And then moving on to something else that I liked in the evening, right?
Sure.
I am digging this Lash Legend and Nia Jax, like, beating up Charlotte and Bliss, and like this whole thing that's going on with like the women's division, the women's tag division, right? Because you got these 5 teams that we've seen, you know, through War Games and before, leading up to it, all these attacks and stuff like that. We see it on this episode of SmackDown. We see it on Raw, which we get into a little bit later. But it's something exciting to the fact that, first of all, you know, you have all these different levels of teams that are in different stages of their relationship, right? You got Nia Jax, who's the veteran here, and obviously Lash Legend is the rookie, so you know, taking her under her wing.
She's the upstart here, right?
Right. Then you got Charlotte and Bliss, you know, like the team that didn't make sense, but now makes sense because they finally figured it out, right?
Friends forever, baby. Saved by the Bell style. Friends forever. Sorry.
No, hey, man. You were feeling it. You were feeling it. I'm with it. I'm with it.
In the moment.
In the moment. So now, and then obviously you got a veteran tag team like the Kabuki Warriors. You got, the wild card, which is, Lyra and Bailey. And then somewhat of a wild card, although they look established, is you looking at Judgment Day, right? Because obviously there's Liv is back and they're trying to figure all that out, which interesting enough, I want to touch on when we get to Raw. But overall, I love this. It gives them something to do. It makes them look powerful. When they were both in the ring, I was like, dang, these are some tall girls, man. Like, whoa,
girls,
big
girls. Like, yeah, they're definitely, I mean, they're solid, and they're solid.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is they're thick, they're solid, and tall. It's a great combination. But yeah, I think the main note here is, here's a chance, because now they're just saying the women's tag division is stacked. And it's a chance to use your women's talent finally, because you have so many of them and you only have but so many belts, and you only have but so much time on TV that you're devoting to, the women's matches. So this is a good way to get them all on screen, or get more of them on screen. Tag matches, even though, yes, it for them, it's not the greatest thing, because I'm sure they'd want to be out there, as a singles competitor, showcasing what they can do. But in the term here, the broad scope of things being that there's so many storylines that are constantly going and require time, and SmackDown did take the hour loss in this current state. This is a good way to get the women on TV. And so, yeah, I'm with you on that. Give that a check too, personally, but that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a very good observation, and I agree that you agree with me. So there you go.
Yeah. I know that you know that I know.
That I know
what's going on.
I know you. You know you, and you know that I know that you know that I know you.
I'm a rooster illusion.
So that was number 2 that I liked from SmackDown. Number 3, I love the fact that Tama Tonga got in Dragunov's face, right? Because you already know how I feel about this U.S. title run fighting champion crap. I'm not a fan of it. So if there's anyone that I want to see get that to rip that title off of him, it's got to be Tama Tonga. Yeah. I want that. I need that. He needs to be the one to yank that belt off.
He would be good. He would be really, really good. See, I had hope for Carmelo Hayes this week. I was like, oh, this would be the spot. This would be the perfect spot to take it off him, and nobody would think that it was going to happen. This is the perfect spot to throw a swerve on SmackDown, on one of your just basic shows. Because what you did anyway with Sami Zayn and Dragunov, because that wasn't a PLE when he came back. So I think this would have been a perfect chance. Now, that being said, obviously didn't happen. So I like Tama Tonga here too. I think the injury that he sustained, that he lost some time, of course, hurt him because he wasn't there. But when he's there, he's awesome. He's great in the ring. He's funnier than you would think on the mic and with the all that stuff. So man, Tama Tonga would be a good one. Would be definitely a good one here. And the thing is, now you've shown him come out. So now you're starting to build a feud, it appears. So here's now where you get a storyline, and now people will be more invested in this belt, even if Dragunov were to retain. Because if you get a good story going along with it, people will care. It's not just this open challenge, weekly. There's nothing really between us except the fact that you want the belt.
Right.
So yeah, I think with this, and now the opportunity to build the storyline, because that's what I've been complaining about the whole time with this belt, is that there was no storyline when Dragunov got it, and he hasn't had one since, and that's why it feels kind of just, which it shouldn't for a belt.
Right.
Shouldn't, but kind of does. So yeah, I'm glad for the storyline aspect of, we're finally going to start building something, I hope.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But to add on to that next bit right here, right? What also made this whole segment really good is after they faced off, Solo and the MFTs go to the ring for Solo to cut a promo on the Wyatt Six. And Solo, man,
he's good.
So good, especially ending it with the, I guess I gotta just believe. I was like, yo,
he dropped that shit. I was like, oh man,
so good.
The callback to that was great. But no, he's great on the mic. He's a lot better than I ever thought he was when he first came in, and he was just the enforcer and
Yeah.
didn't say anything. But like watching him and how he just is able to grasp and be just a great heel in this aspect and everything. Oh, it's fantastic. He's getting better and better, and his ring work is already solid, and that just improves. And I mean, he's going to be solid for years to come. I thought this was a
Yeah.
really good promo, and that Bo Leave line just like icing on the cake. I was like dead, flat line. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just goes to show you, like, you don't have to be loud and you don't have to be extra to get a good promo. You could easily say
Yeah.
something smooth like that and just drop the mic and walk off,
That's it, man. Delivery, confidence. That's what you need. That's it. Exactly.
Yeah, man. Agreed. And then the last thing that I liked of the evening, because I'll tell you what I didn't like about SmackDown, is Gunther and LA Knight. I mean, I've come to the conclusion that although, we want LA to win, we want him to get ahead. Obviously, that wasn't going to happen with Gunther. And you get to a point where you start realizing that, to me, and maybe you could agree or disagree with this statement, but
Okay.
I just feel like Gunther is just so good. He could make anyone look extravagant. So not to say that LA Knight doesn't look good, because he does a great job, but I feel like if LA Knight was already at a 9, I feel like this match with Gunther boosted him to like a 10 or 11 or past, because it was like, bro, the match was great. Every match that Gunther has had has been big fight feel, with Solo, with him. It's been great. So I can't wait for his match with Cena, because obviously Gunther wins, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So for all intents and purposes, agree partially.
Yeah.
I thought the match was well done. Very good match. I really just like you said, I mean, Gunther's just great in the ring. Technically sound, solid, especially for a man of his size. It's interesting to see where he's come from, because when he first was in NXT UK and he was Walter, he was fatter and he was big, and then he shredded all. And I mean, but technically sound in the ring, big man like that is fantastic to watch. Yes, he elevates every person he wrestles with. He is that good. So I will give him his flowers there. He is absolutely fantastic. I am not a Gunther guy, but I respect the hell out of him because he does an amazing job.
Yeah.
What I don't like here, and you didn't even bring this up, so I don't know, this isn't so much disagreeing with you as it is just my annoyance with this, is the Cena Invitational. Especially because you were like, this is a chance to, when he said, oh, somebody new, this is a chance for Cena to pay back what Angle did to him. You know what I'm saying? And Gunther's already established. Gunther, once again, to the point of doesn't need this. This is something that is, yes, awesome. And yet, should he be the guy to do it? Probably, because he's going to be your champion soon and will be for a while. He's absolutely great, of course. But I don't think he needed this.
Right.
So that's where I'm kind of annoyed with what happened. But I mean, since the tournament started and I saw that Gunther was there, I've been saying he's going to win.
Yeah.
That's where I'm annoyed here. Like I said, the match was great, but the whole thing was for me.
So food for thought, real. And then we'll move on to the things that I didn't like, right? But Gunther doesn't need this. But what if John needs this? And here's the reason why I started thinking this, right? Because I forget in which episode, it was either SmackDown or Raw, that there was a video clip of the interview that he did with ESPN. And the one thing that stuck to him was, the "you can't wrestle" chant, right? Because he would always do the same 5 moves, and, he wants to show his true ability in the ring.
Right.
Well, what if this was more for John to be able to go toe-to-toe with a Gunther who I just finished saying makes others look incredible, right? Like, this is an opportunity for John to fully leave and go out with his head high, with people not necessarily just seeing the greatest hits, but an actual fantastic wrestling match. Gunther's the guy to do this. So maybe in that regards, John needs Gunther more than Gunther needs John. But, at the same time, like, if John loses, which he will, this gives an opportunity for the next star to be able to climb that mountain.
And that's why, once again, I'm just bothered. But I see what you're saying. Like, my thing is Cena doesn't need that. He's the best. He's the best. He needs to be carried to his final match. No, he's the fucking best, man. He's the best ever to do it. I was never a big Cena guy either, but I mean, you can't deny all of it. You can't. Like, it's impossible. So I see what you're saying, but I think just once again wasted opportunity, because I don't think Cena needs. I think whoever you put Cena in that match with, people would have loved to, and people would have been drawn to it. Absolutely. I just think Gunther was kind of an easy choice, a lazy choice, and I'm just not a fan.
Wow. Okay. I like it. Okay. So now the things that I didn't like about this episode, basically the rest of the episode,
Everything else.
everything else I didn't like, right?
Everything else.
And the two other things that I didn't like, and I'll go through this quickly. Not happy with the MFT and Wyatt storyline not being the sole focus of War Games. You know what I mean? Like, I understand you had to bring out the heavy hitters and stuff like that, but even with the Survivor Series, like, you know, I think we touched on this too, classic, you know, the traditional match,
right?
You know, it should have been the Wyatts, give it like a big feel to this, because I feel like, you know, are they going to save this for a PLE, or are they going to do this at another random SmackDown? And I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of good ideas on SmackDown, but they're not being showcased at the right locations. Everything is like title match next Friday, you know, tag match next Friday, you know, triple threat, you know, TLC next Friday. It's never at Saturday Night's Main Event or at SummerSlam or this or that. So it kind of just, I don't know. I just wasn't happy with the full setup. I feel like they deserve more of a spotlight. So that's why I'm not really happy with what they're doing with them in that regards. I am excited to see what happens, but hopefully they do right by them, not necessarily wrong. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I think part of the agitation there is SmackDown needs the ratings.
Yeah.
Because PLEs are PLEs. People are going to watch. Raw is the longest running, whatever Michael Cole says at the beginning of every episode. Like, so
longest episodic.
Right. Episodic TV show, whatever. Sure.
Yeah.
So you need eyes on SmackDown. So you have to do stuff like this on SmackDown, unfortunately, is the thing. Overdone? Yeah, probably. But once again, you have to do it. But I think that's why most PLEs are now very Raw heavy, and then like a couple SmackDowns or someone thrown in like a cross match. But
yeah,
because SmackDown, especially once again, losing the hour and then moving and, you know, all those different channels and pains in the ass things that happen, they need it. So I think that's why we get it like that, unfortunately. To answer a question that I probably have no idea about, but, you know, best that I can think of when, you know, you said it.
Yeah. And then the last thing I didn't like was the Terror Twins setup for their match. And the reason why I didn't like this was because I did get hyped. I got excited for it. I'm like, oh yeah, Rhea's coming in. Oh, this is going to be big. They're going to do this, you know, at the next PLE, you know, or, you know, they're going to move it to Monday Night Raw because, you know, like it's a new Raw, the new year, because, you know, Punk and Breaker are going to do it. So, you know what I mean? Like I thought we were going to do something bigger with this, to come to find out, again, to my point earlier, oh, it's going to happen next Friday. And it's like, okay, great. You burned my man's eye for a Friday night SmackDown main event? Come on, man. They doing them dirty is what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't disagree with you on that aspect, but once again, they have to sell. They have to make people watch. They have to get people to watch, so they got to draw them in. Rhea Ripley's a huge draw. You know, Priest already and Aleister Black and Zelina, they have all been champions in their own right, and they're all solid and great workers and everything. So yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't really care for it. I think you could have turned this into a more bigger event out of PLE, something like that. But unfortunately, yeah, SmackDown it is. So
6.5 grade. Anyway, what do you think?
I was going 6. Like I was going 5 for 5, 6. Like it was because it's just the Cody thing in the beginning, and then the Bo leave.
Bo leave, right? That's it. That's all.
You're getting 3 points each for those.
Moving on to Raw, right?
Raw!
Now, this list was a whole bunch of things that I did like, and I'm just going to blow through them. You tell me what you think, right? First thing on my list, the Gunther promo, the countdown clock to Saturday night's main event, to where he makes John Cena tap and just end his career. Like, I love this. I love that they gave him the opportunity to do this. I love that he came out in like a trench coat. Like, he looked real gangster. I was like, oh man, this is like a whole new Gunther. I'm scared. And I like it.
He was out there standing on business, so he had to look very, very
Yeah.
official.
I was with it.
So I think, yeah. No, he I mean, you have to do this now. Being that he's going to get the shot, he's going to be the one that beats him to send him off. You have to give him his time to shine. He's always been solid on the mic. Always cuts a hell of a promo every time he does it. So I agree with you. I thought that was very solidly done. I've already stated my annoyance with this, so I'm not going to say it again. But once again, this particular promo, great work, 5-star.
There you go. All right. Next on the list, back to what I mentioned on SmackDown, just a little add on to this. The continuance of this women's tag division. I feel like these are the right group of women to bring that level of prestige to these tag titles, bring it to the next level. I mean, I feel like the few that we had before were incredible women to hold the tag titles, but I feel like once they got it, they didn't really do much with them. And now with the mix of talent in this particular tag division, women's tag division, I feel like it's anybody's game. It makes it exciting. And I feel like this whole story is bringing it to the next level. So I'm very happy with it. So, because that was when, who was it? It was, Kyrie Sane and EO.
Right. They were going one-on-one.
Right. But again, at the end, people started coming out and stuff like that. So, but they're all part of this tag picture. So it's like, I like it. I like what we're doing. Little things here and there. I like it.
Once again, you're showcasing the talent that you have and that you weren't able to really use too much of. Now you're giving everybody a chance. So in the same vein that SmackDown did it, in the same conversation that we just had there. Absolutely. So once again, agreeance, because all of these superstars are finally getting some more shine. And it's not just matches that we don't care about that end up being the bathroom match or the sandwich match, or the bathroom sandwich match, as you like to talk about. Like that's, so yes, kudos to them for realizing that you can get 2 of them on at the same, or 4 of them in the ring instead of 2, double it up. And if you get one good feud going for the belts for a little while, you can get all of them for a good amount of time. Everybody will care, and then you can start branching them off.
Yeah, exactly, man. Now the next segment, the Logan Paul segment, I feel like it was really good. I think it was well done. I like, he's kind of like the bratty kid in the group now. He's just like, hey, did you see what happened to me? I feel like we need to get payback. You boys got my back, right? Because Paul, let me talk to you real quick. I want you to know they have my back, but I got their back. You know what I'm saying? And Paul does a really good, Heyman rather, right? Because I don't want to confuse which Paul, right?
Logan Paul and Paul Heyman, right?
Right. Heyman does a really good job of hyping this guy up. And he's like, I like this guy.
I like this guy, right?
So good. And I was like, man, this is a really good segment. This was a good idea for this combination to happen, because I feel like Heyman will push this guy and make him, where he needs to be, as far as the future of the company, right? Because he's supposed to be a main player going forward. So yeah, I'm okay with it. I loved it.
He's signed full time or what have you. Yeah, so they're going to start probably using him a lot more, to your point. Yes, Heyman is the one to do it because he does it well and he does it with everybody. I just think this was kind of also maybe setting up for them starting to be annoyed, with yeah, you got my back, right? And this, all right, and maybe a turn comes quicker. Maybe the man in black has something to do with it. Who knows? But I agree with you. It's a good fit for now. I'm not sure how long you can go with it, especially because Logan Paul is Logan Paul. And if you're going to use his name, having him, unless he's the head of said faction, really kind of doesn't do. I mean, it still moves the needle, but not as much as if it was just him doing his thing.
Yeah. Nice. Well said. And now the next thing that I liked, I do appreciate the Usos coming back together and confronting the New Day and Dragon Styles.
When that happened, I was like, oh man, they're coming down together. Well, Eddie's not, and you got your Yeet shirt on. So yeah. So.
Yeah. I was with it because you know what? As much as it sucks, because they kept playing with this guy's emotions on whether or not he's going to be a main eventer again or this or that. Again, to your point, to give people something to do. And honestly, this is the best thing for the tag division on Raw.
I mean, it's a good refresh. It's a good refresh.
Right. Because now for the first time in a long time, you got 3 tag teams in the ring now.
Right.
And they just finished having a match with the War Raiders. This is important for this division. So I'm happy with it. I'm okay with it. Hopefully we get like a crazy triple threat tag, throw some tables in there. I'll be cool with this. I'm good with this.
No, I mean, like you said, Jay needed something to do.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, Punk coming back, only matter of time before Rollins comes back. They're elevating Braun Breaker. You still have Logan Paul. So unfortunately, there's only so many slots on the top that you can rotate amongst these guys.
Right.
Jay, unfortunately, had his run for that moment. I'm not saying it's the last one. Hopefully it's not. But he had his run for that moment. You want to still have him and use him because he is still a crowd breaker. Everyone's still eating for 5 minutes. So, it's not nearly as long as they don't give him that much long because, they got things to do. It's a tag match. So you got other things to go to. They got a Logan Paul segment to do. They got, things like that. So, but yeah. So, I love the Usos. They're a great tag match. Them and the New Day, one of the greatest tag rivalries in the history of WWE. So yeah, this was good and also started to feel a little bad for Jimmy because they kept trying to put Jimmy in the spots and here I think you can get them both over, both get them really elevated again, and then see what you have to do with it.
Yeah, well, they look natural. They're in their element.
Right.
And I think that's what matters at this point.
Well, because that's the thing is they've been a tag for since they came in. So however many years that been, it's been double digits in a long time. But this is where they're at home. This is where they're most comfortable. So why not put them in a position where they're most comfortable to get them to be at their best and then cash in.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the Judgment Day segment, everybody's in the clubhouse doing their thing. We saw Raquel have her moment, which we'll fast forward to rather. Stephanie Vaquer was out. Nikki Bella tries to interrupt. Raquel comes out and throws her. And the way that Nikki Bella lands, that actually, now that we're talking about it, that was the one thing I didn't like about the episode. Again, no heel music. She came out all black, but you can look, but you can't touch. And I'm like, change the music.
Something. I mean, but I mean, are you going to create a whole new song for her if she's only going to be around for a little while?
Yeah.
Just,
yeah,
and this was the perfect example. She came out, I'm a legend, I'm a this, I'm a that. I got thrown by Raquel over, through the ring. So, it doesn't go at all. But once again, I don't think she's back for a long period of time. I think it's a couple of spots, a couple of months of the clip, maybe, and then it's good because you have enough other female talent.
Yeah.
Or the whole tag division on both shows. So.
Yeah. But going back to the Judgment Day segment, fast forwarding to that point, I enjoyed it because everything seems copacetic. And then, Liv was like, sister, how come you didn't tell me that you were going to do that? And she was like, well, I didn't know we had to run anything by you, girl. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, ooh, it's like, what I liked about it is her interaction with Raquel and Roxanne. It's almost like the Judgment Day was functioning fine without her. So she feels or looks kind of out of place. So it kind of makes me wonder what's going to happen here. You know what I mean? So it's exciting. It's exciting to see.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're planting the seeds, man.
Go ahead.
Dissension in the ranks, man.
I knew it.
They're planting the seeds. That's oh, I really had to run it by you. Oh, it's like that now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No one said you had to run it by me. You just used to run it by me. Shit like this, we used to talk, tell me. She seems more buddied up with Roxanne, which is the complete opposite of what happened before the injury. Right. Raquel was her homegirl, and she was, pissed at Roxanne.
Yeah.
So the whole Judgment Day thing, once again, Clubhouse. I'm still because now this ride has just been really long, so we're still waiting for the implosion of it. That injury to Liv really kind of screwed everything because the whole Roxanne coming in and whatever turn you had to now wait for her to come back off the shelf.
Right.
So they had to draw this out. Here, I think they're going to start building for the payoff that'll be coming sooner than later because, once again, you've had to drag this on for quite some time.
Yes, yes. And then the last two things that I wrote on the like, since I have no more dislikes since we already touched on it. The Maxine Dupree promo, part 2, love it. She's
Part
like,
two.
again, and makes Natty tap, and like, wow, she's looking like a real beast. And it's almost exciting because I think what we're doing here is like she went from the cutesy glammy girl that happened to win a title to like probably coming back as like a fierce competitor. And I kind of excited to see like this transformation unfold in the ring. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a change in character, which is what you needed.
Right.
Because you could only go with the, I'm rolling with Otis and Tozawa, and I'm their cheerleader, and I'll wrestle every now and then. And, when she did, like you said, she won, but she was, a lot of people were like, oh, wow, she got the win and was happy about it. We were as well, but it just wasn't like she had fought and earned it, like, kind of through the trenches that other people have to go through. So, yes, that's the whole point of these training sequences, is to get everyone to forget the fact that was her, and now she's going to come in as this semi-changed person, and here we are.
You don't look amused.
Do I need it in black and white? No. Do I need the slow motion sweat beads of water falling and stuff? Like, no. But understand what you're doing. And obviously they believe in her because they are giving her these vignettes and stuff like that. So I'm definitely interested to see how it goes and where it goes. Because when it happens, I want to see the payoff and I want to see how she runs with it. Because that's going to tell a lot, obviously.
Yeah. Fair enough. I love the enthusiasm, so thank you for that, Primo. I love it.
Yeah, man.
So, and then finally, the ending of the episode, I enjoyed, the mystery guy coming out again to help Logan Paul to, get the win, against LA Knight, stomping his face onto the table, and then just, basically ending that whole segment. Knight gets carried out. Braun cuts another promo on Punk, which again, good promo. Like you're getting better.
Where's
kid.
that CM Punk? I want the old CM Punk, not this version of CM Punk.
Right. And then, ultimately leading up to LA Knight's murder, right? Because they just at the end tsunami'd him on a car, and then, executive producer. So it's like, wow, what a way to end Raw.
I mean, that was the whole thing. Like, I'm sitting there, they went to commercial and then they came back. I was like, oh, y'all coming back? Because I was like folding laundry and like turning around. I was like, oh, okay. And then when they came back, I was like, what are you going to do? And then LA Knight was like, no, I'm good. I'm going back. I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, so he's going to get tsunami through something. Like they're going to, obviously, it's time for vacation.
Yeah.
Which is why he didn't win the John Cena Invitational, because that person would have to stay on and wrestle for quite some time.
Yeah.
So, but when he comes back, he got to do something.
Yeah.
God, I feel really bad for this guy now. Like at first I was like, oh yeah, LA Knight's getting screwed. And now I'm like, dude, man, like on something, algo, dale algo. Like este man, está matando, and it's just, the man literally went through, get tsunami through a vehicle. Right? Yeah. It was a vehicle. Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, so hopefully he'll come back in 3 weeks, a month, 6 weeks, whatever, after his vacay. Well, I'm coming after you, Bronson Reed, and hopefully we can start getting something going for poor Noche. Poor Pobrecito Noche.
But you know what we need, right? We need video training videos like the ones with Maxine Dupree and Natty. Like we need to see LA Knight training with Natty, and he's like, again, yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's what we need. That's really what I want to see in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Natty has him in a sharpshooter, and he's like, I can't do it. And then she's like, get out of my ring. Again, yeah. And you're like, yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah, let's do that. Yes, I think I should do it. But it has to be Natty. It can't be it has to be
right, it can't be anybody else.
No.
Exactly.
It's Natty her ring. It's her black and white thing. It's her slow motion sweat drops that matter. Like, so it's gotta be that. But yes,
she's
I
the one
feel
in
bad
which
for
she put into shape. For sure.
I mean, apparently, she trained in the dungeon, right? She trained with Stu Hart and Brett and everybody. So, she's got the pedigree. So that's why I think this is a great selling point. To your point about especially using Natty, underground NXT Natty, So Okay, yes, but poor Noche, man. Noche.
Anyway,
Okay.
so Monday Night Raw is a solid 8 for me. I enjoyed it. It was good.
7.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, 7. I'm in a mood. I'm in a wrestling mood.
It's all good.
Like, because I mean, some things are just so fantastic, and unfortunately, you just expect the expectations are just quite high all the time,
Yeah.
and so sometimes it feels like the payoff's not there and stuff like that. But once again, to see the seeds being planted and where it's going to go is the fun, right? The journey is better than the end. So to that point, let's keep going. Let's just either get there quicker in some cases or just be better in kind of most of the others. So,
Yeah. No, I hear that. All right. Well, let's jump into Saturday night's main event.
Oh, yeah.
The last time is now, I guess final, John Cena's farewell, whatever you want to call it. As of now, there are 4 matches on the card. I think they're going to stick to these 4 matches. Because I have no idea what they could possibly add since all these matches are kind of out of left field. You know what I mean? So,
right.
in a good way. You know what I mean?
This kind of feels very thrown together for the last Saturday's main event on Peacock.
Yeah.
I figured they would. I mean, John Cena, of course, there's the piece de resistance there.
Right.
So understood that. But I figure we should have some other interesting, cooler stuff building up, but run through the cards so we can pick them and go through it.
Yeah, man. All right. First match, Dragon Styles versus Javon Evans and Leon Slater. All I got to say is banger, fun pick, Javon Evans and Leon Slater. Logical pick, Javon Evans and Leon Slater. And here's why.
Really?
Because this is the whole point of tonight, right? You're going to showcase the future. This is not a tag title match, so they're not going to win. They got nothing to lose. Dragon Styles.
This is not for the belt.
Right, exactly. So therefore,
there's the caveat.
So therefore, you got to get the youngins their due.
Yep. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, you are. I'm going to be boring. For the belt, Dragon Styles win.
Right.
No belt, and to your point, everyone's going to be tuning in, so there will be a lot of eyes here. So you can start pushing some of these younger guys. There's a great chance to do so. And AJ Styles in the ring with these guys is great because he's just masterful in the ring, and he's going to make this look amazing. So, but yeah, I'm going to go with Javon Evans and Slater.
Leon. Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. All right, good. Next match on the card, we got Bailey versus Sol Ruka. Who are you thinking on this one?
I mean, fun pick is Ruka, but I think it's going to be Bailey.
Man,
you're bringing eyes up here, absolutely on Ruka, which is great, and you got to start pushing her. But I think Bailey, being the veteran, will win. Unless I don't see Ruka winning this clean. If Ruka were to get the win, there's some switch in Bailey's head or something with Lyra or something like that, I think. But I'm going Bailey there. But my fun pick is Ruka.
Now, I don't want to be boring because I agree with you. That all makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, dang.
Yeah. Sorry, dude. It sucks, but I mean, sometimes we know too much, and other times we know absolutely nothing.
Right. All right. Next, we got Cody Rhodes and Oba Femi. Now, this one, first of all, I'm excited for. I feel like this is an incredible match. Fun pick is Oba Femi, the ruler. I mean, the guy just got the NXT title back. You gotta, he's got to be showcased, on this stage, right?
Right.
But because Cody's the champion, like the champion, you can't let the NXT champion look better than the WWE champion, regardless of the situation. I think they're going to put on a banger. I think there's going to be moments where we think Oba Femi's going to win. Obviously, there's no titles involved, but I'm just saying, like, it'll look like Oba's going to win it, but I think Cody comes out on top. So I feel the logical is Cody, but the fun is Oba Femi.
Okay. Now, I'm going to agree with you on both and be very boring. However, actually, no, I'm not. I'm lying.
Ooh.
I'm lying. I think Femi wins.
Wow.
I think Oba Femi wins because of the Drew McIntyre
Oh,
factor.
Drew Mac.
I thought
Mac
you
and
were going to say
cheese.
it before and you didn't. And I was like, oh man, he didn't go for there. All right. I think because of the Drew McIntyre factor and the fact that what happened on Friday, night, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe he's gonna play the I'm too hurt, I'm still not allowed in, or whatever, da 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 da. Cody and Nick Aldis talking, oh well, he's not coming tonight, whatever, and he doesn't. And then he does something at Saturday Night's main event to cost Cody, like he'll just start hitting Cody and then he's disqualified, or I forget how that disqualification thing works. But
Yeah.
so I think Femi, or yeah, because he had to hit Cody, or no, because if he hits Cody, then Cody gets the win.
Right.
Right. Okay. So I think Femi wins some, but Drew is like, maybe he gives him like a Claymore while the ref's not looking. So
Okay.
Drew McIntyre is going to be a factor here. So I'm going to give Femi the win.
That's good though, because then Femi walks out with a win, even though it's not legit a clean win. It's still a win,
It's a
That's
win.
nice.
It's a win over Cody Rhodes, and this way, your champion for NXT now has this real huge, cloud over his, not cloud, like sun over his head. Like, hey, I beat the guy of the guys. Like, so
Hop off.
essentially,
Essentially, right? All right, and then finally we got John Cena versus Gunther. Now, obviously, the logical pick here is Gunther, the ring general, the future of this company, the guy that's going to lead us to the next era, right? But the fun pick would be John Cena, right? But
Yeah.
I want this because it'll never be, it's one of those things that, would never be done, right? Because, even though he's a purist, he, to walk out with his head high, winning his final match, and then, saying thank you and everything. But the reason why I picked this as a fun pick was because all the internet buzzing, man. It's like, what if he's celebrating with the crowd, he's waving and he's about to walk out. The false finish comes up with the executive producer and all that stuff comes up, and then we hear, if you smell right, right. And then The Rock comes out and he's like, but John, I still own your soul. So your final match is at WrestleMania. Peace.
Here's my beef with this. Fun. Absolutely. And another WrestleMania draw. Absolutely. From a fan aspect, I would be annoyed that you told me this is the final run. You gave me the final date. We've been preparing for it. People are paying out their minds for these seats because it's Cena's farewell tour. So everybody will be happy. Everyone will be like, yes, another match at Mania, and The Rock is back. Cool. Awesome. Which, yes, it would be. Absolutely. That would be absolutely fantastic, man. Are you kidding me? A little more Cena, for until we get to Mania and some Rock. Yes, dope. However, I think the shine will end rather quickly, and people will be like, really? Like, this is what we do? Like, so we'll see. But I think Cena here is the fun pick. I think it's the fun pick. And he's just like, yep, I'm out. Like, thank you. He pins Gunther, rolls out. You give Cena his 5 minutes, 10 minutes on the mic to say what he's got to say. And then, that's it. Paul Levesque fitting. Like, so
That's it.
I'm still going to go with Cena being the fun pick just because we know it's going to be Gunther. So let's have fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only reason why I agree with that, and I feel like the Rock thing is not going to happen unless he was really swerving us. But I happen to catch all his interviews this week, with CVV and with Joe Rogan and all this stuff. And in every single interview, he's like, yeah, no, like I there's a reason why we gave you the dates. I'm sorry if you have convinced yourself that I'm going to fight after Saturday night's main event, but I'm not. I gave you fair warning to spend time with me during these dates. Right. So once it's done, it's done. So I'm sorry if you set yourself up for disappointment. And I was like, that's some truth, but I respect it. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, well, yeah, because this way he's telling him, I'm not pulling it over your eyes. I'm not trying to. And then that's the swerve he does, like the Seth Rollins thing, like, yay. So, but no. I don't think that's going to happen. And to your point, Cena's traditionalist and he always wants what's best for business, and business is to give it to Gunther.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Entonces, primo, let's go ahead and take this opportunity to go ahead and thank all of our listeners, our primos and primas, everybody that has liked, shared, and subscribed on all the platforms that we have out there. That's, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. You could find you can find all that stuff rather at primosforlife.com. And Primo, what do they do when they get there?
When they get there, you're gonna go see which platform you like using, and then when you get there, smash the follow, the like, the whatever it is. I'm not sure what Apple uses, but I know there's follow and like and all that stuff. Subscribe, whatever it is.
Comment,
smash
right?
that button. Do it. Please. This is a fun ride for us. It's always more fun when you're enjoying it with us. Seeing the likes, seeing the comments, seeing all that stuff just kind of makes us want to go out there and do it more and more. So please continue to do so. Share what you can with who you can. Please contact us if you want to talk wrestling, if you want to talk a point. If you don't want to do a whole episode, if you just want to be on for 10 minutes and just be on a quick call, sure. Great. Let's do that. Please reach out because we want to bring more content to you guys and we want to do more stuff. So we're going to need some help. So if you guys would just do what a primo would normally do when their primo needs help and reach out. So feel free to please do so. That being said, I've talked everyone's ear off long enough. Eddie, I'm going to kick it to you to say goodbye.
Entonces, primo, como siempre, we will see you when we see you.
We'll see you when we see you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
Take care, everyone.